Okay.
Alright, welcome back. So, now we have our second pirouette can, and like our first, we measured up from the bottom of our can 1.85 inches because we have a 3.7, 3 3/4 inch opening, and that's what our science tells us we need to do to make our radiator for the best placement for our radiator from the back of the can. So, I got that. And then I have my hole from my lid that I cut out, and then I took my ruler and I just put it on here and trace the outside of it. So I have lines on there. Now I'm going to take my metal snips and I'm going to cut those lines so I get a strip of metal. You gotta be careful doing this because this metal is razor sharp and you can do some damage to yourself slicing it, so be careful. So, and I'm going to do this next side. Alright, so that should just be a little bit wider than an inch, because so that is actually 1 1/8 is the width of this piece right here. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove some material in this part of the can to allow this radiator, when it's sticking down in there, to be able to shift back and forth in this hole. So I'm not really worried about the width this way, because I don't want, it's not going to be shifting this way. What it's going to be doing is shifting this way so that we can align it with the back of our can. So I'm just going to come in here with my knife and make this a little bit bigger, real carefully. Don't want to go too much, or else you're going to wind up with too big of a cut. So I'll just cut to there. Push that in. A lot of times with metal you can fold it. If you bend it back and forth a bunch, it will make it break. So let's see if we can just fold it off. Alright, so there's that piece removed. Now we're going to eliminate about the same portion up here from the top. Hold that in. We're going to make sure we remove this because we don't want the metal sticking inside of our can, blocking our signal. Okay, so alright, so now we have our piece, like so. Now you can see it's a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and nip that off. And I like the way that this can is kind of giving me this little ridge here, so it kind of gives me a nice little area to follow. I can see it for cutting this kind of with a nice little semicircle. this upper one a little longer because it can be. We're not restricted by the bottom of the can. Just round these corners off a little bit. Alright, so now we just need to affix this piece here. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to take our razor knife again, and we're going to slit. We're going to put a slit in here. So we're just going to press down with our knife. You gotta be careful right here because as you're pushing, this can's going to want to buckle. So you're going to have to support it, but you got to be safe at the same time that you're not going to cut your finger or anything. Okay, so there it goes. We got the slit. And let's just mark on here exactly where we want to fix this thing. It's stuck there, so okay. Let's go from there to about here. That's not why we need our slit. Alright, and then we want to just do the same thing down here. Alright, very good. Now, we can take our piece of aluminum, and that's kind of got a burrow on there. At some point I'll end up filing this down so it's not on there, but so I'm going to take that, I'm going to slide it in there, into this hole, and then I'll push it forward, and then come back and press it down into this hole, and then slide it back, and voila! We have a hole which is able to move. So I see I can come up, and I can come down. Now you gotta, obviously I don't have a lot of room here for maneuverability, but you don't need a lot of room. We're talking, millimeters will dial one of these things in. So hopefully that will be enough space to get our CanTenna dialed in to exactly the wavelength frequency we're looking for. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.